What's up, everyone? Alex Boylan here, co-founder of Dream Jobbing. Super excited to be here with Adrianna Costa, my good friend. She is a rock star. And by the way, we are on set with her, and this is the Imperial Western's gorgeous bar in downtown Los Angeles.
So right here at Union Station, it's really bustling.
It's very bustling.
Bustling.
But super excited. So Adrianna's background is amazing. She was an anchor at CNN.
Yeah.
She's worked on E! She was a host on Extra. We worked together a little bit on the Steve Harvey Show, and now she's working on a new show.
Yeah, this is Local Now, which is awesome. It's an app. You know, everything is like digital these days, right?
Yeah.
So everything's an app.
Everything's an app.
And that's what we're doing. Food and booze and mom stuff.
It's awesome. So I'm excited to dive into how she got to where she got to in her career. So first question.
Yes.
Where did your passion for hosting come from?
Okay, so the truth is, I was a delinquent child, and I used to stay home from school to watch Good Day LA. You didn't grow up here, did you?
No, in Boston.
Okay, but you had your your morning show, right? So ours here was Good Day LA with Dorothy, Lucy, Jillian, Barbary, and Steve Edwards, and it was an institution. So I loved the show so much that I would literally play hooky in 4th, 5th, 6th grade, all the way through, and sit down and study the show.
Really?
I would study.
At what age are you?
I was like, I knew immediately, maybe 10 years old, that I wanted to do some sort of performance, and I loved being a version of myself, but I never wanted to act.
Yeah.
It wasn't acting.
So you knew it. You knew
I can't
host.
sing. It was. I knew I wanted to do like a morning show or some sort of journalism. Yeah. And so I went to a journalism school in Boulder. Like that was the one. It's like I feel like it's hard for people when they don't know what they want to do or they don't have a calling necessarily. I felt really lucky to know. Other challenges came along after I knew what I wanted to do, and getting there. It's not easy.
Yeah, definitely. So before we even get into the challenges, what's your favorite part about being a host, being an on-camera personality?
I mean, I kind of like all of it, to be honest. Like, I love the idea. Okay, well, see, this is a pro and con. Like, a lot of my identity is wrapped up in what I do and what my job is, because fortunately I've had some success at it. So people will say, oh, like, you've had this great career or whatever, and so for me, I think I take pride in that, but also on like the kind of more, just on the day-to-day, I love and thrive on the performance aspect of it. So the idea of like 3, 2, 1, you're live, that's when I shine most. I'm actually a total asshole in everyday life.
No, she is not.
No, I'm not. But there's something about like the light going on and the camera and like my heart pumping a little bit more that gets me, like, I literally get off on it.
I know, you can see the smile just even thinking about it. Yeah. And we only have a few minutes here because she's about to go live here. So, second question, what's the worst part? What's that part that you hate?
Oh my God, the ups and downs. Like, really the downs, that's tough. Like, you know, it's funny because we don't really get to choose necessarily the path of our career. There are a million people vying for one spot. So there are times when it's like crickets. And for me, those are the times when I kind of sit back and start to produce for myself and create content for myself, which is really important for people out there who are.
Yeah, you have to follow. I mean, your stories. You're always online. You're always on stories telling. It's awesome. Or like half for work, but half for pleasure. I love it.
Exactly. And I think the whole model changed. It's not like when we were growing up doing TV, where it was like the news director, and then you send your tape in. It's like no, that doesn't work. It's about creating your own content and having your own kind of voice and expertise. So like mine became Mom Life, the whole Hot Mom's Life thing, because I had children, so that was the natural progression. So my advice is like, without sounding at all patriotic, but like find what your true voice is, I guess, and be authentic. And authenticity is the most important today. That's what people. That's what really creates a relationship between you and the audience, I'd say.
Yeah. So what is that? I mean, when you think of what's that one thing about hosting or trying to be an on-camera personality, especially for like the younger people out there that maybe are interested in this, that like, what would be, before we talk about advice, what would be the one thing that they might not know about yet about this business?
I mean, you have to have thick skin. Without sounding like asshole, but you have to have thick skin because there are a gazillion no's before you get to the yes. And so I would just say go in, don't take no for an answer. If you really want to do it and you know you're good enough, then keep going. Also, like things you can do on an everyday is, again, posting to Instagram videos, making sure that your account's public, be really strategic with what you're posting, nothing that's going to be seen in the wrong light. But like a perfect example is I always have this discussion of how much is too much.
Right.
My husband's
What is
like,
that? What is how much is
well,
too
how
much?
much is too much with posting and things. And I think that's what a lot of people grapple with about what's gratuitous versus what's you putting your true self out there.
Right.
So like if I throw up a bikini shot because I also just threw up a shot of myself humongous and pregnant, is that okay? Yeah, because I show the whole journey. My husband thinks I'm nuts. He's like, take it all off. Nobody wants to see that. So it's really what's true to you without being gratuitous, just for the sake of like putting up another selfie or whatever. Be specific with your content. Like we were talking about before, if you, when you're putting content out there, make sure it either like inspires people, or it's something that they can relate to, or something that's just really true to you. I think those are like 3 things I live by.
And then another, what would you suggest for people out there? You grew up in Los Angeles, right? And it's interesting. The way I fell into this business, I moved out to Los Angeles. What's your advice for someone that is in Ohio, maybe that's in like middle America, and they're debating, should they move to New York or LA? And if so, what timing would potentially be right? What are your thoughts on that?
So I mean, look, I am a huge believer, especially if you take sort of the journalistic, like traditional route. I would say go to college first and still because they're teaching a whole different series of things than they taught us. I'm sure you're learning about social media and how to get your brand out there, and still what it takes to be a journalist at like a CNN or something. So I would say go to school for it, absolutely, and then I say take the plunge. But again, it's not to come out here and party.
Yeah.
It's like to come out here and bust your ass so that you can have a career and party on the side.
No, it's great advice though. It's true. The people that are successful, I tell this all the time, the people that are successful in this business work really, really hard. Adrianna Costa never stops working, and that's why, and you're really
that's
good at your job.
That's why I have those, lots of those. But this lighting makes it fabulous. Thank you for that.
Well, Adrianna, thank you for having 5 questions.
You guys,
Appreciate it.
This is the greatest guy ever. He's a hard worker also, and just we bonded like the first time he introduced me.
She's amazing. She's amazing. All right, guys. We'll talk with you guys soon.
Bye.
Cheers.